Good morning, guys. So, hope you're all well. Today we're going to be looking at sus chords and what we can do with them. Now, sus derived from the word suspended, and this is talking about the third note in the scale. And what we do is we suspend it and we add either a second or we add a fourth. A second you could also classify as a ninth as well. In many cases they are indeed the same note. So without further ado, let's get a close-up and I'll show you exactly what I mean and how effective it can be when you're writing songs. And in fact you might hear some chords now that relate to songs that you've been trying to learn. So I think this could be a good little tip for you all. Okay, let's get a close-up. So let's run through all the first position chords and show you exactly what I mean. Now, actually, let's start from C because it makes more sense to start with the key of C. Now, this is a traditional C chord, and it's made up of the root, the third, and the fifth of the scale. You can also add in the other notes that you've got, which we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we've got the root note there again, and then the E down the bottom is the third. So we stack up a series of notes to create a chord. Now, if we look at the third note in the scale, if we change that to the fourth, so we take out the third and we put the fourth there, so you would play it like this and you'd add your pinky. Now, by the nature of these chords, they can sound a little bit unresolved and they feel like they need to resolve back to the root. If you take your finger off, your middle finger, then we get the C sus2 because we add in the second note of the scale, which is the D. Now, if you've got a song that you're writing and you want to sort of spice things up because it's just pedaling on the C, that can be a very, very interesting proposition for you. So let's go back to the A now. So we've got the third down here, okay, which is the D flat. You see, if we add to it, we get the A sus4. And if we take that finger away, we get A sus2. Now, I particularly love this this chord. Written quite a few songs using that sequence there. Probably plagiarised myself a bit too much. So that's on the A. The B, of course, is the same as an A chord, really, just shifted up 2 frets. We've done the C, the D. So the D is here, that's an F sharp, and if we add to it, we get the D sus4. If we take our finger away, now we go to the E, and the third is here. Now, if we want to add to that, we can. But of course, if we take our finger away, we get a minor chord. We're not flattening it enough. We need to go to the G flat here. So we would play this, but then you can't get that lovely. Unless you're really good with your chords, guys, it's not an easy one to do. It's possible, but you've got to stick your little finger out there and it could be a little bit difficult. Okay, so the F chord. We've got an A note here, which is the third, so if we add to it here and take it away, and then finally we have our G. Now, the G typically, the third is here, but if you add the fourth here, it's a bit drony. So I would suggest that if you play your G like this, you add. Now you could say that we're adding the 4 now because we still have the third. But let's not get too caught up in semantics, but you would put your first finger on the first fret of the B string. And the second is here. But again, I tend not to play that too much. What I do play with the G is I would lift my second finger off of the second string, mute the second string with my third finger, and add the fourth and the second. Very Sheryl Crow, and actually it sounds a little bit like we're in open tuning when you do this. Anyway, I hope that's shown you some interesting little things you can do with sus chords, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Take care.